Hello, my darlings. I'm realizing the closer I am to the mic, the better it is for you guys to hear me. So I'm trying my best to have like a good setup. I don't yet have a desk to do these readings at, and just kind of like really, oh yeah, Anyways, I'm just kind of reorganizing. I am in a new space. God is so loving to me and has been such a great provider, as well as learning to be the provider for my life as well. So I feel like the God in me is kind of trying to emulate and become more connected to the God that is that encompasses the universe, that encompasses what is external, internal, fabrication from the atoms to the alpha and the omega, right? So as if you're new here, welcome. Actually, I am coming into the beautiful realization that more there's new people, the better new people, the better it is, the broader the collective becomes. So I'm super grateful for those that have also returned and that are new. If you have returned, let's take, and you know the deal. If you're new, just follow along. Let's take a deep breath in and then exhale everything out. So divine masculine energy is really strong right now. I feel like the woman, the divine feminine, has given birth in a way, and now, or at least is in the last trimester of gestation, and essentially the men are stepping up. The men are stepping up, the masculine energy stepping up if you're not with a said man. Because obviously we do not judge over here. I literally just did a video on the queerness and God, and obviously we talked a bit more about like the relationship of homosexuality amongst other variations of sexuality, and the relationship of trauma, that spirit of trauma, and then also the alchemization of how that trauma transforms into love of many forms. So please check that out. That's like such a beautiful message, the queerness in God. Um, and obviously as a queer individual, literally cannot hide my queerness, and you know what? I don't want to anymore. Yeah, learning to self-identify within not just getting out of the confines of like polarities and identity grifts and shifts. I'm forever changing. But also I really do love men. Your girl really well. I love one man. More specifically, if I'm being honest, it's not really that broad. And yeah, I just kind of know where everything that comes with my sexuality, where that stems from, and that's okay. So moving on. So this energy is really good. It's also very, like, I want to say, aggravatingly intense, and sometimes can feel very confusing. I have felt the urge to pray a lot for my divine counterpart and just pray for him, for his development, for his healing, for, all the good stuff that needs to be in fruition for the union or the divine, whatever you want to say. Some of us are already in union, some of us are just kind of in gestation, other of us have not met the person yet, some of us have like the back and forth, and that's only because there hasn't been something like stamped or concrete. But everybody's in a different phase, but the divine masculine is at a peak stage right now where it's pretty much the same thing. There's a lot of anxiety. I sense a lot of anxiety. We're going to do some divine message, some sacred soul messages. And then tarot, I had already pre-pulled them out before this reading. I think it's going to be a short one, like a short burst, because I feel like there's such a shift of focus for the men, for the masculine energy. It's very much in go plan mode. They're also like really intensely in the mindset of sex is not enough, in a sense of like I need more than that. and I need to organize, I need to plan my life, I need to prepare, I need to move on to my next step. I can't be here anymore. And it feels very anxious for them, maybe less terrifying than prior, as the feminine has given them like a great reflection and just given them like a great courage that life may really throw you just about anything and you can do so much with that. And they're kind of learning from the divine feminine. They're always proud. The last message as well, check that out as well. You always proud. I do also take personal readings on mystar and on Etsy for those that are interested. Etsy's a bit more pricier because it's about an hour, and then mystar I do 5, 15 to 30 minutes, and I'm currently still doing pay as you go. So whatever you want, whatever you can, the price doesn't matter for real. It's just pay as you go, like whatever you can afford at the time. I'm going to be doing this for a long time, I think for the first year on MyStar, since I'm only available on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Fridays, it's mostly morning and afternoon, sorry. Wednesdays is all day, and Monday is more so afternoon, evening. So for those that are interested, please, 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 please check out my link below. But yeah, let's get into the sacred messages. I do feel so like this one has been speaking so much to me. So this one is: let yourself be drawn by the pull of what you truly love, divine purpose, mission in life, being guided. So the men are, some of you, maybe you don't like hearing it, I don't like hearing it either, but third parties such as like mothers, um, father wounds, mother wounds, betrayal wounds, Jezebel spirits, past lovers, or just past ambiguous-ish relationships, like the what if they could a what if we did kind of situations have come around back into your divine masculine's orbit, and they're making a decision to go with divine purpose and go with what is and what they feel like their mission in life is aligned to, and they really really care about you and they really love you, so they're being pulled by that, by the true love, like regardless of your insecurities, regardless of everything. There will be a conversation, I do see that, where you guys talk about your insecurities, you guys talk about what you need to talk about together, and it just opens up a new wave of communication where it's as honest and raw as possible. So yeah, and this one has a compass on it, which I think is so indicative of where the masculine energy is at this very moment. They are so dedicated to their purpose, and they don't really have to figure out, well, some of them already know, they were just really afraid, and now they're wanting strategy, and they're also wanting the freedom to do what they just want to do. They're looking for freedom a lot. I do see them growing out of this box that they've made for themselves, this prison that they've made for themselves, or maybe that a parental figure or parental prison, and they just are ready to no longer be in the basement, in the sense of like, some of them they're actually living in their parents' basement, for you guys that's specific. But some of them are just kind of like in the underground of things, and they've planted their roots, they have the discipline now, they've learned their lesson, they're really good with what they've learned, and now they're ready to just like go out there and explore, and a lot of them are inspired by you, divine feminine. So the next card was the Fool, which I think is so fitting, and it makes so much sense for where we are right now. For both you and your divine masculine, feminine, whatever, kind of just interchangeable at this point. Both of you are in this new journey. Let's go together. What the fuck are we doing? Who knows? How is it gonna work out? Who cares? Let's just take a leap of faith. And that is really beautiful, but that came out really strong. So the strength is in reverse because there's either, some of you are either in separation geographically or in separation vibrationally. There's been a shift. There's been a shift. So there is a form of rift or separation or form of split in personality growth, I would say, more than anything else. So there is a lack of strength, but that's just the equate or the equal to anxiety. That's just what I get when I look at this. It's just okay, lack of strength, but it's really just anxiety from both of you guys. I would say the masculine energy more so than the feminine. The feminine is very grounded and very okay within herself and kind of sees herself like, if this isn't it, I'm still gonna be with who I'm meant to be. Do you know what I mean? But then they're also very strongly guided to still believe within the connection. So they're not necessarily like letting go per se, but they just know that the outcome is always going to work out for them. It's always going to be good. And the men don't necessarily have that certainty because they are the ones that are leaping into action and that need to make it more concrete physically for them to really not just believe, but like take in this connection for what it really is. Community, I see Six of Cups. Six of Cups, not in the reverse actually. No, the Six of Cup is definitely for divine feminine and masculine. Both of you are experiencing community in such a beautiful way, platonically, more so than anything else, and it's beautiful. Your divine masculine may not be sharing too much about what's going on in his life because he like has friends, but he doesn't know how to articulate how grateful he is for those friends. And he also doesn't know how to integrate friendship within the relationship and not it not being platonic. So they're learning, but this is what it is. It's learning the support. They've been very supportive to you. You probably recently moved. See the geographic differences here as well, right? They're not living in the same place together. But this also could just mean platonically both of you are getting fulfilled. And that's a beautiful thing because this like social the social aspect of life is so important for the goodness of mental health. You know what I mean? Um, and everybody really needs that, to be honest. And yeah, and like be patient with them in terms of like them communicating with you their day-to-day basis, their lives. And right now, they're not satisfied, so they don't have much to share. And they don't want to be a burden. They don't want to put all of their either insecurities or just like um their fears and their anxiety basically on you. They are looking for a therapist, which is good. I did feel that this week or this weekend. They are kind of done with having all their emotions be bottled up inside and in their mind. And they're kind of ready to be able to share it, not just with their family members that have kind of known them and kind of put them in this idealized box. They want to talk to someone that's neutral, that they're not having the pressure of taking care of that person, which is how they feel about you. They feel like they have to take care of you. They're kind of anxious about like how are you gonna take care of yourself sometimes, even though they know you're gonna be okay and they're proud of you and they trust you. But sometimes they do fear that like how like I'm just hearing like she can be in La La Land and he wants to protect that La La Land for you, but he doesn't want to impose too much of his own opinion. A lot of you guys have also experienced your significant others or just your twin flame or whatever, your partner basically just being like, no, like honestly, fuck what I have to say, do and trust in yourself because they really want you to be confident in that sense of things, but they also worry and they can't really help but worrying. Not in like a negative way. Sometimes it could be through insecurity, but most of the time it's really through care. And the chariot. Yeah, there's an event or something that's gonna happen, or there's gonna be a specific care that they are going to take care of you, or they're going to pursue you for, and also kind of see you in a new light. Um, and that's gonna just bring forward the chariot of just like unification, concrete, like concrete. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm good. This energy is really good. This is pretty much it. There isn't anything else for this specific reading. Um, Obviously, I will be doing another one. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Remember that most of the time, if you do feel anxiety and it feels like it's out of your control, or it feels like it's not necessarily coming from you, you're right, trust your intuition. It's probably just you needing to pray for or to send out good and positive energy and thoughts to your partner. Anyways, much love. We're going to take a deep breath in from all that information that was given and exhale all expectations, all everything, and just take the reading for what it was. If it was a confirmation, that's great. If it was news and downloads, that's fantastic. And if it was not for you, we can always move on. All right. Mwah.